What do you think about the whole Jeff Bezos going to space thing? It's just a thing to you, and all the people pissed off at him. Armin, what is your take? Are you, eat the rich billionaire, or are you, yay space capitalism, take us to the moon?
I think this proves that we need more billionaires. I think this proves
libertarian take.
No, I mean, I'm being serious. I'm not joking. This proves that the world needs more billionaires. And I think that this is such a great, this shows that taxpayers are saving a lot of money because billionaires are funding space exploration. So your tax dollars are less needed for such a thing. Like, do people understand that the fact that we're having private people with their own money funding space exploration means that you as an individual doesn't have to pay for it through your tax money? Like they're easing the burden on you,
sir.
Right?
Isn't that the exact argument that Ben Shapiro made?
Wait, did he? Well, I mean, yeah. he doesn't. Well,
we were watching it last night.
Oh yeah, well, it's true. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people think like space exploration is, but hey, this is also, don't like compare me to Ben. This is also the argument that Neil deGrasse Tyson makes. So it's not just Ben Shapiro. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson also makes. Yeah, don't do this to me. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson also says this is private people using their private money to do something that they enjoy, but also benefits humanity. Guys, space exploration, like funding space exploration, is not. It's a type of entertainment for these people that is also pushing, funding scientific exploration, and scientific exploration has so many positive externalities in our lives that that the government, like the positive externalities might even make it beneficial for the government to even pay half of the bill. Be like, okay, if people want to go to space, the government fund, just like the government funds education because of the positive externalities it has beyond. So when two people are trading, the society is getting better because both people are coming off better from the trade that they have with each other. Like, let's say person A trades with person B, and because of this trade, society is better because both A and B are happy with this trade. So the utility of A increases and the utility of B increases at the same time, right? So, but there are sometimes negative externalities. For example, if their trade increases pollution, right? Therefore, the government comes tax it because they're like, okay, the market is blind to your negative externality, so we need to tax this. But sometimes A and B do a trade with each other and they're both happy, but it has positive externalities like health or education, right? So the government is like, okay, the market is blind to the fact that this is more beneficial than just you two being happy, so we're going to come and subsidize this, right? So that's the argument for government. I'm saying that as a libertarian, there's good arguments for government intervention. This is one of those things, and the government isn't even funding it, other than actually the government is technically funding it because you are inheriting a lot of scientific knowledge that the government originally funded before, right? Like, or through like universities, or through previous space explorations that were funded by the government. So even if the government is not directly funding this, you're still benefiting from all the things that government funded before. But the government could take a back seat more and more when private institutions or private individuals are wealthy enough to fund these things themselves, right? There are certain things that no private institution or no individual can do or do it well, and the government comes and does it themselves directly or through private partnership. But it's beneficial for society for the government to step back as the economy grows far enough for private people and private institutions to be able to come, this will save the taxpayer money, because now these services are being provided through other ways, right? So if the more billionaires you have, the less your tax money has to be spent on things that are beneficial for society. The less the government has to step in, and the more taxpayer will save their money, and still society will reap the benefits, right? We need more billionaires. Yeah. The only problem with billionaires, okay, here's the thing. There's only two problems with billionaires, okay? The fact that when you have billions of dollars, you could challenge democracy, because money can have, people with a lot of money could influence law and politicians, right? That's the one problem with having billionaires, right? Another problem with billionaire is jealousy, right? People's happiness is not determined by how much wealth they have, but by how much they compare the wealth they have to the riches of the rich. So the gap, like, again, I always say, if you have a hut and everyone around you is homeless, you feel very rich. But if you have a hut and everyone around you has a mansion, you feel extremely poor. So one problem with capitalism is that it measures like happiness based on how much comfort and wealth people have, but people measure their own happiness not based on their own level of wealth, but their own level of wealth compared to other people. And you could act like this is irrational and people shouldn't think like that, but this built within our nature. So, and capitalism doesn't take account of that. This is like a source of unhappiness that needs to be, that is one of the weaknesses of capitalism, that doesn't take that into account.
Mm-hmm. And I don't really have a strong opinion on this. Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.